Hey guys, looks like I'm live. Let's just see if this live stream holds out today. We do have B&B guests here, so they could be using the internet. Both B&Bs are packed full with vacationers here to Salt Spring Island. So happy October, 2:58 p.m. Pacific time here. Been working out in the garden all day, and it is currently 15.5 degrees Celsius with 58.9% humidity. We have a blue sky, but there is still a little bit. You can feel the marine fog out there this morning. It was in there this morning. You could hear the foghorns going by every minute out there in the ocean, and it was really thick out in the ocean, but less in here, and then it burnt off pretty quick. So, hope everybody's doing well out there. We'll do a shorter live stream. Wendy and I have to back on out of here and go to Hal and Michelle's saloon later on. So I don't know if you saw the video I just uploaded. I was out raking one of our far driveways, raking the arbutus leaves off because they're quite messy. And last night, Wendy and I were commenting how nice that little exotic garden looks at the entrance to that driveway where the one B&B is. Well, we went out there to check it, and well, the people that are staying in that B&B ran over the entire garden with their truck. It snapped two yuccas off, broke some cordylines, and flattened a palm tree. And I was very upset. I'm very upset right now, angry. So what I did, I took the tops of those yuccas and I dug them in and planted them beside the other ones. They will root, but the garden, it's really upsetting when somebody runs over a garden. It would be different if they smashed into a fence or something, but I wonder if these people are even going to mention it to us. Anyway, so what I did, I put some cones out there and I put two steel bars in the ground and some flagging tape out there too. Hey, what are you barking at? No barking. Big ears. Come here. It's a raven. Hey, dog's got huge ears, looks like a rabbit. Anyway, if you're in there, leave a comment and join in the live stream. And like I say, hope you're having a good fall day so far, October day. And I'm now on vacation. As of yesterday, just after work, I started my vacation. And lots of time to play in the garden and lots of time to shoot videos. And stay tuned for some really good videos of some huge cordylines coming up. I think I'm going to do a live stream from the West Coast. And for you people that like cordylines, stay tuned. Big cordylines over there. Excuse me, I'm eating a plum. Anyway, hope you're having good weather out there wherever you are in YouTube land. It is really a beautiful day right here. It is dry. It is very dry here, but there is less evaporation now because of the cooler temperatures today. That's for sure. It is, like I say, only 15.5. I don't know. I don't even know if we'll go much higher than 17 today. It does definitely can feel the fall, the autumn in the air, and I like it. It's really, really nice, and it's good for working out in the garden. I don't see any rain in the forecast for quite some time, so it's going to remain dry. And people are still traveling to Salt Spring Island. It just seems to be a lot of local people, like I've said before, because of what's going on in the world. People seem to be doing staycations, and we're doing a staycation too this year. No Maui for us. I mean, we could probably go to Maui, but then you have to have one of those silly little test things before you hop on an airplane. I can't be bothered with that. So, and if they did shut things down while we're there, probably wouldn't be good. Wouldn't be able to get back to our island. So Wendy did phone the airlines a couple of days ago, and we didn't take travel cancellation insurance on our airline tickets, but they said we have till September 2022 to use them to go to the same place, to go to Hawaii. And there could be a rise in airfare. So if there is a rise in airfare by then, we do have to pay the difference, which is okay. So next year we should be back on Maui if everything goes smooth. So you can stay tuned for some palmy Maui videos of tropical stuff growing in the Central Pacific. But in the meantime, you will, hey, no barking, come here. You will have to stay, you will have to be glued to this channel for local stuff here in the North Pacific. And oh, something just popped up from Instagram. I am on Instagram, by the way, if any of you are on Instagram. Nice vids today. Oh, thanks a lot. Hey, cow, shh, stop it. Hey, how's it going, Barry? Yeah, beautiful weather out here. Yeah, the fog burnt off really quick. We did have some fog early this morning. It wasn't so thick here, but we drove to town. Just before town, it was really, really thick fog. The video today I shot this morning in the garden, you could hear the foghorns from the freighters going by across the street, Trincomalee there, blowing their foghorns probably every minute or so. Yeah. Yeah, our dog's small. You've seen our little dog, Kahu. He's like 8 pounds of. Come here, Kahu. Barking at nothing. I call it air barking. Sometimes he hears something in the forest. It could be a deer. Come here. Come on. Come here, Kahu. Come here. He's going to say hi. Come here. Come here, you. Don't. Come on and say hi. There we go. Come here, big ears. There he is. Kind of looks like a rabbit, those ears. Hey, look at the size of those ears. That is our guard dog. Hey, you going to yawn? Yeah, he's going to yawn. Pretty lazy little guy. Doesn't really do too much. Just kind of hangs around all day. Does nothing. And just greets me when I come home from work. And that's basically what he does. And he just looks cute all day. But he does kill rats. He's a good ratter. And he's got big ears so he can hear lots of stuff out there. He's going to be 8 in April. So he's 8 pounds of Yorkie. 8-pound Yorkie. Yorkie Havanese. That's what he is. Yorkie Havanese Pomeranian. So it's yeah, he's a good little guy. You'd like him. He's actually pretty mellow. Aren't you? Are you pretty mellow? Yeah. That's Kahu. He's named after the smallest of 8. Oh, you met Kahu. Okay. Yeah, that's right too. Of course you did, Dave. Hi, Dave. He was born on April 3rd, 2013. So he will be 8 on April 3rd. And he always looks like a permanent puppy, and he gets groomed every 6 weeks. Wendy takes him to Victoria. He's a pretty cool little guy. My Davy is 9-pound Yorkie Maltese. Oh, cool. Good dog. And you know what's nice about them? It probably doesn't shed. Like this guy's hyperallergenic, so he does not shed fur. He loves to go to bed at night and sleep on the end of our bed. Don't you? Huh? Look how tired he looks. So tired he does nothing. Oh, you were born April 25th. My daughter was born on April 5th. Cool. So, yeah. Wow. Yeah, no shedding. Yeah, it's nice when they don't shed. You don't have dog hair all over the place. And he doesn't smell either. He smells really good. Don't you, buddy? Yeah. I know. Yeah. He knows I'm talking about him. Okay, say bye to everybody. Bye. I'm gonna put him down. Had a Bichon, and the Bichon did not shed either. The Bichon was really good. Free kisses from Kahu. Yeah. So Kahu was, yeah, Dave. Yeah, he's a pretty cool little dog. That's Wendy's pride and joy. It's like having a kid. He's named after the smallest of 8 Hawaiian islands, Kaho'olawe. So we call him Kahu. So because when we sit on the beach on Maui, we look straight out at Kaho'olawe. And we said, if we ever get a dog, we'll name it Kaho'olawe. So he was the runt of 8 puppies, and Kaho'olawe is the smallest of 8 Hawaiian islands. So if you don't know much about Kaho'olawe, yeah, you could. I think Dave does. I don't know if you do, Barry, but the U.S. bombed it for about 50 years, testing bombs on it and stuff, and missiles and all that stuff. And yeah, yeah, they were trashing that island. Starting, I think, in 1940 or 41, they started bombing Kaho'olawe to 1990, something like that. They blew it up, cracked the water table on it, apparently. So no more water on Kaho'olawe, and they turned it into a dust bowl from a tropical little paradise. Pretty sad, pretty upsetting. And I remember the local Hawaiians told me about it. They used to sit on that beach back in the 70s and watch it get bombed. And they said it was like watching a fireworks display. It's pretty sad. They're pretty upset about it, too. So, yeah, I heard he has the stuff going on there, Mr. Trump. Yeah, somebody said in a comment, I feel sorry for the coronavirus. Yeah, I knew eventually he would get it, and I think his gal has it too, and probably anybody in contact with him has it. Apparently, he's in the hospital right now. So whether he recovers or not, I don't know if he's in the greatest shape, and he is 74 years old. So he's got to watch it when you get older and you start getting stuff like that. I mean, it's even if you get the flu too. Older people can get really sick and die. We did Anchitka protest. 1971. Gee, I remember the Anchitka bomb. Anchitka. Yeah. I remember that when I was a kid. I would have been 7. In 1971, I was 7. I remember the Anchitka bomb. And also back in the 50s, they blew up Ripple Rock in the Desolation Sound, didn't they? Remember, you wouldn't remember that one. That was before your time, but they blew up Ripple Rock.
Big baking powder biscuit.
Wow. Where are you bringing those?
Going in the oven. Well, they're just going in
She's
the
bringing
oven.
these to Hal's Saloon.
Yeah, turn them.
Look at these. These are
Massive.
baking powder biscuits Wendy's making.
Going
Yes,
in the oven.
you're all invited to eat these virtually on YouTube. They smell good.
I gotta go
Are you
bake
going to
them.
bring one to the saloon?
Yeah.
She's going to bring one to the saloon. We're going to Hal's Saloon shortly. Kids walked out in Interesting. Okay, cool. The Democrats are no better. Mine's just sick. Yeah, I know. He is pretty arrogant. That's what I find too. I'll be over. Yeah. Barry will be over in 6 hours. Save one for Barry and Dave too. They actually smell really good. And then I think she's probably going to put some icing on them. So we're going to go over to the Banana Saloon shortly. I think in about an hour we're going to go there. But Wendy's got the gallery open right now. She's got the art gallery open. Remember, when you're on Salt Spring Studio 16 on the art gallery on the gallery tour, art tour. So she is number 16 here on the very north end of the island. No, he doesn't. He's I think, what do you call that? An egomaniac, something like that, Dave? Egomaniac. Yeah, I think he was probably just better off on the show The Apprentice. Yes, I'm very fortunate we live here. I really am. I'm happy about that. And well, we'll see how he does. I saw his tweet. I'm on Twitter, so I saw him post a bunch of tweets. I follow his tweets anyway. I don't comment on them. I just follow his tweets because I like to see what he has to say. And nothing ever surprises me, that's for sure. Yeah, and yeah, I wouldn't want him. I know a lot of people do like him. And watch, he'll probably get in again too. That could be a scary thing. I know they say the economy's doing good because of him, but I don't know. I really wouldn't like the way he runs the country. Local plum. Good. I actually like them kind of crunchy. They're really easy to cut with a knife. I like to slice them and eat them. Oh yeah, he'll probably be reelected for sure. I think most people in the West in the U.S. probably don't like him. And people down in the deep South probably do like him. There's some people in the West that like him. I know there's people on here that like him. I've seen their comments pertaining to him. A lot of people I talk to on the beach we hang out at Maui certainly don't like him. I'll tell you that. Yeah, they've actually. It says if you like him, you're not my friend. That's for sure. That's what they say. They say they've gotten rid of friends on Facebook because they are who supporters, right? Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in. I think the election's in November. Man, it's hard to believe it's October 3rd. How's the weather up there, Dave? Is it nice? Like I say, it started out foggy here. I know it's nice. He's up island. He's in Comox. And the long range forecast for next week looks really nice. It is a beautiful day here. It is definitely cooler. It's 15.5 right now in the shade, degrees Celsius. And it is 58.9% humidity. There's no smoke, but a little bit of fog kind of lingering around lightly. I can tell it just got a little bit of a fall feeling to it, that's for sure. Appeals to, yeah, he does. Oh, yeah. Weather is nice here. Oh, that's good. Good to hear. Back to Palms Top. Have you ever tried? Yes, I have. Tell you what, Barry, back in the 1980s, late 1980s, me and Richard Wu, and it might have been somebody else in the Palm Society, imported some from California. So Richard, I wanted Nanoropes, Sereno repens, and and you know where I lived in Langley, in the southwest corner of Langley. The Nanoropes died the first winter. The Sereno repens died the first winter. The Jubea survived, and then I brought it here, and it did really well for many, many years. And one time I decided to transplant it because I didn't like where it was growing, and I moved it. And I moved it in late October. I think it was around Halloween or somewhere around there, or beginning of November. It was maybe beginning of November. And then we got a really bad cold snap. And it was really stupid of me to move that Jubea, and it died. And it wasn't super big. It had a trunk on it maybe about that big, something like that, and it died. So anyway, the Jubea I have right now is doing very well. I grew it from seed. And I got the seed from Locarno, Switzerland, so it's doing very well. I would like to try another Nanoropes ricciana and put it in a different area on this island, and I would like to try Sereno repens. I've tried Sereno repens from seed, grown lots of them, and I used to sell them in the greenhouse, the silver and the regular form. So yeah, KKK, not good either. Bad, bad, bad. So Barry, if you ever get a chance and you know where somebody's selling a Nanoropes or a Trithrinix, a Canthocoma or Campestris, I would like to try it. Yeah, you got to try Jubea. I find them, they are the most cold tolerant pinnate species of palm tree for our Pacific coast. Fully hardy here I find on Salt Spring Island. I don't think fully hardy in Vancouver because I know Michael Ferguson lost one in the December 2008 freeze. It lost its spears and it died. And Butia is not foolproof on the mainland as either. Here on Salt Spring Island, select locations, Butia capitata is fully hardy. Like if you get right down by the ocean, they're pretty good. But Jubea is one of my favorite palms, and ours is doing. I'm really happy with the one I have. Unfortunately, they grow very slow, but nevertheless, it still makes a great palm for every palm collector here in the North Pacific. And I'll do a video on mine soon. Yeah. 5 watching, 2 comment, speak up. Yeah, I noticed that too. So you can actually see on there too, Dave? I can see there's 5 watching. And so yeah, jump in, don't be shy. They need it. Yeah, they do. They need a zone 9A climate. Really, they do. Butia definitely do. As where Jubea can handle, I think high end is zone 8B and going to need some help in a really bad winter, but long term with no protection. Jubea is probably still in this area, zone 9A palm tree. And zone 9A, this far north is quite a bit different than a zone 9A in Texas. And some people don't realize that when they live in the north. I know you realize that, but a Texas zone 9A is completely different than a British Columbia zone 9A. We may not see temperatures below 20 degrees Fahrenheit, but when we get a freeze, see temperatures go much above freezing when we get a bad freeze. And that's what usually does in the palms. And that's what it'll do in Phoenix canariensis as well. I've seen them survive here for quite a few years. And then you get a bad freeze and maybe the temperature gets down to 21, 22 degrees and the high temperature up around maybe 30 or 31 or 32. And that hangs around for a few days. And that's the end of the center spears of your CIDP. So I'm having a % PG low cost beer. I did buy some Caribou beer yesterday. Rainier at this end. Rainier. I bought some Caribou. Oh, and I bought the banana beer. I bought one banana beer. I got to show Barry the banana beer. I'm going to show Barry the banana beer. Sorry, folks. So this is for you, Barry. This is one to try. This one I like. I like the banana beer. It's actually quite good. It is a banana bread beer. And it does have a banana flavor. It's not sweet or anything, but I really like it. Barry Goldwater's in there. Hello, Barry Goldwater. Caribou. Dave's got a Caribou. Yeah, I bought 2 6-packs of Caribou yesterday, and they were $7.39 a 6-pack. No, it's not local. It is. Where is this brewed? Let me see here. Oh, I got glasses here. Silly me. I will find out for you. I will find out. Let's see. Where will it say? Product of United Kingdom. It's brewed in England. Banana bread beer. So that one I paid. They're not cheap. I guess it was $2.30. Oh, so Mac Attack's had banana bread. Hi, Mac Attack. Moderator's in there. Try some Pawpaw beer. Oh, cool. Pawpaw beer. We have a Pawpaw tree in a big pot out there. I got to find a place to put it. I bought it like 4 or 5 years ago. Vancouver Island. Here is. Oh, cool. UK, yeah, it says UK on it. It's from UK. So you could probably buy it in your local liquor store. I better put this back in the fridge because we're heading to the saloon after. And when I go to the saloon, I don't like to drink Hal's Molson Canadian. I like to bring my own beer. So I think that's the only right thing. I did bring Hal a banana yesterday for his garden. I brought him a dwarf Cavendish, Mimosa acuminata, and he's got some other ones he's going to be planting in the garden next spring. He wants to grow edible bananas outside, so Hal knows how to grow Ensete big. You probably saw the video I uploaded of his bananas. I put some music to it, but he's got a pretty good Ensete Ventricosa Morillii there. It's got a massive trunk on it. It's about a foot thick, the trunk on that red banana. Okay. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining in the live stream. It's pretty awesome that you're all in there, and it's a great day. The room is starting to spin. That's not good, Dave. That is not good. The last beer I had one last night with Hal. I went over to Hal to bring him his banana, and to shoot the video. And I brought one Caribou. So I will bring another couple of Caribous tonight, and Wendy's bringing some cinnamon buns. Hal's a hunter, so he's going up elk and moose hunting in November. And He's got a smoker. He's got this massive smoker, and he loves to smoke stuff. He smoked our Thanksgiving turkey last year. Oh my God, the turkey was amazing. A smoked turkey. He brined it and smoked it, and it was amazing. And then we got the big chickens through him too, because friend of his, which is a friend of ours too, but Hal's known the guy forever. The guy raises those chickens, 14-pound chickens, right? So massive chickens. It's like having a turkey. But anyway, yeah, and Barry, he smokes cheese too. Like he's been smoking stuff for years. He's a hunter. He's a big time hunter, and he made a meatloaf one time to die for. Him and his wife made this meatloaf, Michelle, and they make it all from scratch. And then they use Alberta beef, and then they wrapped it in bacon, but they wove the bacon like it was like this. It was like a piece of artwork. It was huge, this meatloaf, and then they put it in the smoker. And I tell you, that was the best. That was the best meatloaf I've ever had. It was just unbelievable. It would like melt in your mouth. And then she did some other things, some really fancy. They're very good cooks. They do eat a lot of meat. They are far from vegetarians, and everything they make is just amazing. Yeah, it is insane. So I know when he goes hunting and he bags an elk, I'm sure he'll probably get us over there to sample some of that elk or the moose that he gets up there. And I'm not a vegetarian either, so there you go. And the sausages they make are great, and the pepperonis, really, really nice. They were out fishing, I guess, a month ago in the lake here down the road, and they caught a bass, a big 7-pound bass. So we deboned it, and then they smoked it. Oh God, it was amazing. Yeah, I eat little meat, but I'll never be. Yeah. No, I'll eat everything from the 4 food groups. Yeah, you make sausage too. Yeah, they make their own. They make everything. Pickling, they like the canning and stuff like that. They have a vegetable garden, but yeah. It's funny. Me and Hal were out one day and we're driving up his driveway in his truck, and I said, "Hey, Hal, there's a nice big buck in your meadow there. Looking at you." He says, "Yeah, I call that one Jerky." He's got a name for the deer. That one's Jerky, and he makes good beef jerky too. Yeah, oh yeah. It is. David, hello. How's it going, David? Nice. Where are you, David? It's nice that you jump in there, and don't be shy, anybody. Like if you watch these live streams, don't be afraid to jump in. Don't be shy, because we talk about everything here, mostly plants. I know sometimes we get off topic, but mostly plants here, and it's just a fun time to chat on here with everybody all over the world. And I mean, Barry's on the Big Island, and then Dave's in the center of the province, right in the center of the province. I think if you go straight west from Dave, you'll be in Prince Rupert, right? And David, where are you? I'm on Salt Spring. A friend of mine told me once, you got to set more protein. No, I don't want to eat too much meat. Yeah, no, yeah, I was going to say, I don't eat meat every day. Oh, the live stream died for a sec. So if I disappear, it's because the B&B guests are on the internet. We have 2 sets of B&B guests here at both places are staying at, right? The ones that ran over my exotic garden, I just uploaded the video. I can't believe thing. Oh, it just died again. Maybe Wendy's on the internet. Hey, Wendy. Oh, there we go. Went back on again. So I keep cutting out. So if I disappear, it's because the internet stream has died off the connection. What's your most dangerous native plant? Dangerous native plant. Ours is Appalachia's world's. No, we have. God, what's our most dangerous native plant? I'm trying to think. Tansy ragwort to eat, poisonous. I'm trying to think what's dangerous here to us. There's not really a lot of dangerous hogweed, yeah, but we don't have, and that's not actually native here. It's actually native to survive. Oh, connection gone, connection back in. Yeah, hogweed is very bad. It's a very bad plant, scary. What is the most dangerous plant here? There's tansy ragwort. There's water hemlock. Maybe it's poisonous to animals. Digitalis is poisonous, I think, if you eat the leaves on it, although they use it for heart medication, which is foxglove. I don't really know of any dangerous plant. Daphne laureola, Spurge laurel, is poisonous, and it grows wild here, but it's not native. But it looks like a native plant because it grows everywhere. Let me get to another beer. Has been popping up here too. Yeah, not native, but yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a pretty bad plant. So I grew the stuff for quite a few years. I had massive two of them in the garden, and they finally petered out because it's too dry here. I had to water it to keep it going, and I'd always cut off the flower stalks before it ever turned to seed, so it could never self seed. Gorse, blackberry. Yeah, we have gorse. We have lots of gorse here. But I do use the flowers for tea. I love them in the tea. They're very good for tea. You can actually make wine out of the flowers too. The flowers of coconut on Ulex europaeus, and it grows all along our roadsides here. Do you have any poison? No, there's no poison ivy here. There's stinging nettle, but stinging nettle is a very useful plant. I use it in my tea. I drink stinging nettle tea every single day of the year. I drink stinging nettle. I absolutely love it. And Wendy uses it in the cooking. So every spring I harvest it. We have canisters of stinging nettle, dried stinging nettle in our cupboards. I mean, you got to buy it at the health food store. I pick it for free, organic. Watch my videos on picking stinging nettle. I pick it with my bare hands because it doesn't bother me. I go right into the patch and I'll pick them with my bare hands. Nettles are great for you. Very, very healthy. It's so good. It's good for the kidneys and high in iron. But try the tea. I take the dried stinging nettle and I make tea out of it, and I put sliced ginger in it, and it makes a really good tea. That's my drink of the day is nettle. That's how I start my day out every morning. I bring it. It lasts me. I put it in a thermal mug, and it lasts me till lunch. Room still spinning. Ooh, not. Room still spinning. He needs another caribou. Nettle bisque sounds all right. Yeah, try even nettles, just steamed nettle leaves too, Barry. They're really good. And you don't. I don't even put salt with them or anything. I just eat them the way they are. You can eat all the nettle leaves, but generally I like to pick more close to the top of the plant where they're more tender. And we have a huge nettle patch, and I actually eat them the way they are. You can eat all the nettle leaves, but generally I like to pick more close to the top of the plant where they're more tender. And we have a huge nettle patch, and I actually took some out and I put some in a pot in the upper garden. So I actually have some in a pot I can pick as well. So generally when you have nettles, it means it is indicator of you have good soil in that area. Hey Joe, my daughter Stephanie is now learning to drive. I'm teaching her room spinning still. Oh, she's learning to drive. So she has an L. Is that what it is? An L, and then she goes to an N. Yeah. Cool. That's pretty exciting. My daughter finally got her full license a few years ago. She had her N forever. She's 20. She's going to be 27. I mean, all my kids drive. Trevor, he may have got his full license now, and then my oldest son too. And they're all over the place on Vancouver Island. My daughter just moved down to Chemainus. She moved from Black Creek down to Chemainus. Yeah. Yeah, cool. That's pretty exciting. Remember when we learned to drive? Never had any L's, never had any N's. I got my driver's license in Cloverdale in 1980 down at the auto place there in Cloverdale, the fairgrounds, and that's where you took your driving test. They take you out on the road. Yeah. Stefania. Oh, that's a better name. I like the name Stefania. Stefania. I was thinking of Gwen Stefani. Stefania. That's more European, it seems. Stefania. Cool. That's a very nice name. Well, good luck on her driving, and I'm sure she will do fine because you're her dad and you're her teacher. I'm sure you're taken out. I remember my mom would take me out driving, and the worst thing is she never knew how to parallel park. Dad was always too busy working, but mom was a stay-at-home mom. So I remember the one time I had to parallel park was for my driving test. She never taught me how to parallel park, and I actually passed it. First time I ever did it was on my driving test, and I thought he'd forget about it because it was getting close to the end of the test, and I thought, oh, he forgot. I don't have to parallel park. It was a 64 Pontiac Parisienne four-door, so it was like docking a frickin' boat. And I just remember I did it perfectly. It was awesome. I practiced on the kitchen table with two Hot Wheel cars, or actually, sorry, three Hot Wheel cars. I had one here, and then I practiced with one driving up beside it and then backing in, and I got it down pat when I did it. Yes, more European. It definitely sounds European for sure. That's a cool name. Maybe Romania, huh? You're Romanian, right? Is that what it is? Romanian? And yeah, I'm Italian, Ukrainian. So, what is the food of Romania? I'm curious. You're Romanian, right? Is that what you said? What is the food? I always like to know the different countries and their food. Austria, I think, is sausage. I know there's bratwurst in Germany and sausages, and Ukraine is pierogies and cabbage rolls and borscht. I think Russia, there's the same thing, and same within Poland as well. And everybody knows what Italian food is and Chinese food. But what would be Romanian? Yeah, my daughter moved back from England. She lived in England for about 3.5 years. She lived in Taunton beside Devon, and then she moved to South Cornwall, where all the palm trees grow. She'd send me lots of pictures of palm trees, lots of date palms where she lived down in Cornwall. My dad was from Romania. The food there is not that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I was always curious. I always think of Transylvania in Romania, right? The castles and Dracula, Count Dracula. That's kind of cool, right? Romania. Lots of history in Romania. It'd be a cool place to see. That's what I'd like to go to, a place like that and just walk through some of those old castles. Be kind of fun. And then go to Rome and see all the old buildings and all the old statues and stuff like that. Just the history in some of those places. Castles. Be kind of fun. And then go to Rome and see all the old buildings and all the old statues and stuff like that. Just the history in some of those places. Yeah, Brazo, yeah, Barry, yeah. My daughter worked there too. She worked in England. It was easy for her to move there because her grandparents were born in England. Her grandma was born in Liverpool, and her grandpa, still alive, was born in Manchester. So it was so easy, and she lived over there, and she worked over there, and yep, she really liked it. She's got a lot of friends over there. 1975, I think Wendy's the same. 80 cents a gallon. Oh, God. Yeah, I guess it's all relative. Yeah, 80 cents a gallon. Wendy got her license probably around then too. 75, 76. Cornmeal is common. Oh, cornmeal is big too in Ukraine. My mom used to make cornbread all the time. Dad was from Transylvania. He wasn't Count Dracula, was he? Transylvania. That's a cool place, eh? You've been there, right? I think you've been to I think you've been to Transylvania, haven't you? If I remember you saying. Pretty cool. Be neat to see some of the castles, eh? And I'm sure if you've been there, you've been to the castles. I know my cousins too. My younger cousin of the two older cousins of mine, he lived in England for about a year. Went to chef school over there, and he says the castles were amazing. He says I would like to see the castles over there. Me right now, I'd like to see the gardens over there. I would be more interested to see the gardens in England. Go to the Scilly Isles, go to Helligan and Cornwall and Devon, and all those cool things over there because everything grows in southern England. And Romania, I think, is kind of landlocked. I don't know if they touch the Black Sea like Bulgaria. I'm pretty sure it's landlocked. In 2010. Oh, cool. You went to the Transylvania Castle in 2010. How cool is that? Can you understand Romanian? Like the language? Can you speak it? I'd have to, now they're on your iPhones, you can get these apps and stuff like that where it'll translate. If somebody's speaking to you or you can speak to them, hi, I need to know where to get food to eat, or where's a place to eat, and it'll translate it into the language where you are. Canada is better. Cool. Canada's a great country. I like it here. I stayed in the castle in Hungary. Oh, Hungary would be a cool place too. My sister-in-law is from Hungary. It does touch the Black Sea. Okay, cool. Hey, there might even be some palms in Romania. There might be some. I have to Google that. There might be some in the Black Sea. So there are beaches in Romania. I know very little Romanian, but you maybe know a little bit of the history now that you've been there. That is pretty cool. So your dad probably moved to Canada when he was young, I bet, huh? From Romania? Yeah. Isn't your wife from there too? Is your wife Romanian? Or is she born in Canada? I mean, I'm born in Canada, right? And my dad was born in Vancouver too, but he was in my Nana's tummy when he came over from Italy, southern Italy. My oldest aunt was born in Italy, and I have relatives there too. Romanian is much easier language than Hungarian for me. I know a little Hungarian, Romanian. Cool. That's awesome. Talented. The palm tree dude is in there. Hello. I can't find cornmeal in the grocery store. I want to make cornbread. I haven't had cornbread in a while. Barry, it was really, really good stuff. I think Wendy made me some a few years back. I'm still looking forward to a banana cream pie. That's what I want because I like banana cream pie. So for my birthday coming up at the end of March, that's all I request is just a banana cream pie and a palm tree, of course. Dad came to camp. 49, my wife, Hungarian. Oh, yeah, that's right, too. So my sister-in-law, Lisa Horvath, was her parents were born in Hungary. And she made a very good ham roll. Very, very good. Toby Josh is in there. Frazo's in there. Barry, Palm Tree Dude. And Dave. And Mac Attack. Hungarian is impossible. Yeah, I couldn't learn any other language. I'm too old now. Someone planted a dwarf banana in the field. I saw it. Well, oh, cool. Right on. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's funny how everybody kind of just knows each other in there now because you guys are locals on the live stream. It's just like this a group of us having fun chit chatting with each other. It's like maybe we all went to A&W and we're sitting around the booth and we're just chit chatting about things, right? Except we're live streaming it and chit chatting here virtually. Yeah, yeah. I'm heading to Tofino. Oh, I am. I'm heading there in a. I'll be there soon. So stay tuned for live streams. I'm going to stay in Ucluelet. I'm going to stay in Tofino. So stay tuned for some live streams from there because Wendy said bring the computer. So stay tuned, folks. Yeah, I will be going to. I'll be staying at the our favorite hotel there. I've stayed at lots of different hotels there, too. And Tofino is on the far west coast of Vancouver Island, where cordyline trees are massive. Those cordyline trees are the tree of choice in Tofino and Ucluelet. They're all over the town and they're big. Toby Joss, Hungarian Windsor, there's yeah, they're great people, Hungarians. Oh, this guy is a supporter of you know who. Uh-oh, Mac Attack's going to be in there. Mac Attack's going to get rid of this guy real. Yeah. Thanks, Mac Attack. That's why we have Mac Attack in there. You see, when Mac Attack shows up, Mac Attack's the moderator dude on here. Mac Attack shows up. We always know when he's in there because his name lights up in blue, right? It's all in blue, and there's a big wrench in blue beside his name. So he can get rid of people like that guy in there. Right on. Yeah, I know. There's always going to be spammers and trolls wherever you go, and that guy was a troll, but they won't last long in here because Mac Attack takes care of them quickly. He's got a good eye. Thanks, Mac Attack. I appreciate it, bro. It's awesome. That's why you're moderator. Yeah, just like Mac Attack said, just another goon. Thank you, Mac Attack, for nuking him. Don't know. I was thinking Dave Joe's. Yeah, I'm heading there. So stay tuned for some videos from the far west coast. I'm going to shoot a video of a nice Phoenix canariensis. It's been there for quite a few years, and tree ferns and cordylines and butias and camarops and jubaeas and you name it. And I will shoot videos of it over there and do some live streaming from our lanai. Our hotel is right on the beach. And then I don't know where Wendy's booked us in Ucluelet, but we are also going to Ucluelet as well. So there's some big cordylines in Ucluelet as well, too. I really like Ucluelet. It's a lot more laid back and quieter than Tofino, but Tofino's pretty beautiful, too. It is zone 9 over there. It is like the Oregon coast. Beaches, endless sand beaches that go for miles and miles and miles, and surf shops everywhere. So I'm taking one of our tikis to the surf shop with the big cordylines in front, and it'll be in front of the surf shop like my last one. The guy sold it and took the tiki with him. So there's another tiki going over to Tofino, and then I do have one of my tikis in Port Renfrew now too. Yeah, for sure. If you're there, we can meet up. Sounds good. And we just Wendy packs enough food where we just kind of hang out in the hotel and eat. We rarely ever go out. The only place we really eat there is Big Daddy's Fish Fry. We go out for fish and chips there in the daytime, but dinner we kind of just she packs a lot of food in a cooler and we just kind of cook in our hotel room. I think our hotel room has a stove in it, so we just kind of hang out in there and just relax. It's a great place to be. Just have to watch the road. There's a lot of road construction there, and sometimes you can get hung up in traffic for hours. So if you don't time it right, you can be really screwed up and tied up with the road construction there because they're doing a lot of blasting on the way to Tofino. Our East European backgrounds are not important. My wife yeah, exactly. That's right, too. Well, my ex was British, and Wendy's Irish Scottish. So close enough. Somewhere over there, right? But she was born in Calgary. Wendy was born in Calgary, but she came to the coast in 1969 when she was 10. She was 10 years old when she came to, actually, no, I think she was 9. 69. So her birthday's in late 59. So she was 9 years old when she came to the coast to Delta, and then she moved to White Rock, and then Tawasin, and then she lived in Kerrisdale, and then she came to Salt Spring. She's been on Salt Spring for 17 and a half years now. So time flies when you're having fun. I'm serving you a few things. I'm sending you. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll be back. Well, it takes time to get stuff here too, Toby. I'm going to be away for a while. Not a long time, but yeah, cool. Oh, you were born in Calgary too? Cool. Jeez. You know where my ex was born? In Edmonton. And I was born in Vancouver. I was born in the Grace Hospital, which is now the Children's Hospital. My dad was born in St. Paul's. And my mom was born in Kenora, Ontario. And I don't know if she's born at home or in the hospital, but she moved to Vancouver and she's 3 years old in 1940. I think it was 1940 she came here, something like that. Could I send you a saw palmetto? Oh, that'd be awesome. Okay, so if you send a saw palmetto, just make sure you bare root it and I'll send you something back in return. So just bare root it. And the way to bare root it is just wash off all the soil, wash everything off. And what you do on the shipping label, put a bare root. This is what you write. I ship palms weekly all over the world. Okay. I just shipped a bunch of them to Texas and a bunch of them to, where did they go to? Ontario? Could have been Ontario. Anyway, bare root, palm seedling, or you put palm seedling, bare root, no soil, cleaned and washed. That's what you put on. And then you put indoor use on it. Indoor use. That's what you got to do. And it'll go right through customs. Not a problem. I'm a pro at it. I've been doing it for years. So that's all you got to do. If you have any soil on it or it's in a pot or something, forget it. It ain't going to come across unless it's been inspected by the plant inspection agency and you have a phytosanitary certificate. So wash all the soil off of it, wrap it in a towel, and wrap that in saran wrap, and it'll be good to go. They can stay in that bubble plastic mailer for a long time. Hello, Joe from Poland. Tom's Michael from Poland there, and Poland is 9 hours ahead of us. It is 3:39 p.m. Pacific time here on Salt Spring Island. Absolutely beautiful October 3rd day. It is around 16 degrees. It feels like it's warmed up, 16 degrees Celsius, and just over 58% humidity. Indoor is the key, like Frazo says. Indoor is the key. Yeah. How do I bare root it without you? It won't kill it at all. I ship bare root palms weekly all over the world, palm tree dude. You just wash all the soil off and wrap it up in wet paper towels and then wrap that up in a newspaper or plastic to hold the moisture in without crushing the roots. Easy to do. I do it. I sell on eBay. I ship, like I say, weekly. I just shipped 25 Sable Cross Braziliensis to Texas on Friday, and or was it Friday or Thursday? It might have been Thursday, and then I shipped some to Ontario too. Indoor is the key. Richard Powers, hello Richard, how's it going? Yeah, it's really easy to do. And anyway, good to see you in there, Kara. So palms, and I was here in late 1969. Oh, no way. You were here in 1960? That's so weird. So Wendy's born in 59, born in Calgary. I think you're born in 59, and Wendy came in 69 to the coast. That is just absolutely insane. I was 5 years old in 1969. In 1969, I lived in Richmond. I lived on Lulu Island. We moved there from Vancouver in very late 1960. It was October 1968. We moved to Richmond. 77 Southwest Side. Toasty. Yeah, it's not 77 here. It is about 16 degrees Celsius in the shade. So what is that? About 62, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty toxic, ironic to ship Sable Brazoria Tex. I know. I ship tons. You know what else I shipped there? You know what else I shipped there, Toby Joss? I shipped over 100 Trachycarpus seeds. I shipped so many palms and seeds to Texas, it's not even funny. And I used to ship a lot to Florida. And the last batch of Trachycarpus seeds and palm seedlings I shipped to Florida, they confiscated. So I shipped them again and they confiscated. And then they sent me a note and they said, I cannot ship them there because of some sort of disease or something. So they don't want Trachycarpus in there. Yeah. With our background. Crazy. No. Yeah. Isn't that weird, eh? That's crazy, isn't it? Maybe you guys have crossed paths. Yeah. I know it is ironic to ship them to Texas. I know, but he wanted them. Wow, it's only 61 here in Richmond, Virginia. Yeah, so it's about the same temperature here, palm tree dude. Sable Cross Brazoriensis probably grow all over Texas, and yet he wants them from Salt Spring Island. I got the seed from, I think it was North Carolina or South Carolina, somewhere down there. I get people send me seed and palms from all over the place, and sometimes they just show up here randomly in my mailbox. My address, I don't know, but they do, and they show up randomly. I have never bought a Sable palmetto seed or minor seed yet. They show up here. Some of them I do trade with other people down there too. Palm tree trimmer kicking about. Is the crazy palm tree trimmer? Yeah, she's still kicking around, unfortunately, but she hasn't butchered anything lately. The things that she butchered earlier are growing back and recovering. Thank you, Richard. I have friends in Poland as well. Cool. I'd like to see Poland too. I think it'd be cool. And Delta, yeah, she went to Delta too. She graduated in 77. Maybe you guys did. Yeah, she went to North Delta Secondary School. That's interesting, eh? Very cool. And then she did live in Tawasin as well. So maybe you guys have crossed paths before. She's going to be 61 in December 6th, and she is a Sagittarius. You are a Sagittarius, which is really crazy. 21 right now. It's 16 here. It's around 16 degrees Celsius here. It's 15.5. It feels like it's warmed up a bit. So we're going to say it's around 16 degrees Celsius where I'm sitting here in the shade. It could be 21 somewhere on Salt Spring. I mean, down where they grow the olives and the vineyards, it could be 21 degrees Celsius there easily. Nationalistic eyes. It's suffered from it. South Delta. South Delta. So that's right, too. She did move to Tawasin. So she lived there, and then the Sunshine Coast. So her mom lives in Secret Cove on the Sunshine Coast. Beautiful place on the water, looking at Thornby Island and Texada. Being a cold rain. Wow, 14.1 degrees Celsius. So about 58 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. So not so bad. Not so bad at all. I can't complain. I'm not going to complain. It's been very beautiful. The lake was packed yesterday with people swimming. No comments about the nationalism. Buddy of mine is near Padre Island. Padre Island. Where's Padre Island? Is that near Thornby? One of the guys I work with, his brother has 10 acres on Thornby, so he's up there till Wednesday. He just left on Friday, took Friday off, left Friday morning, so he's got to take a ferry to the Sunshine Coast and then take a boat across from Secret Cove to Thornby Island. I don't think there's much on Thornby Island. What just came in? I get little messages popping up on Instagram. Somebody liked one of my photos. That's good. I am on Instagram, by the way, too, a Banana Joe, and I post lots of palmy pics on there. I'm also on Twitter. This time of the year, kind of neat. You'll see lizards and snakes. Yeah, there's lots of lizards here. We have the alligator lizards. In Victoria, they have the European wall lizard and alligator lizards. Corpus Christi, Texas. Oh, okay, cool. It's like subtropical down there. Very subtropical down there. I didn't know you were. Yeah, I'm on Instagram, but I don't have a cell phone myself. It's a work cell phone. So I've been on Instagram probably for a few years. I've had an account, and I've actually just started posting pictures in there in the last couple of weeks through my cell phone at work. So so you can check out the latest photos I put on there today. So go to Banana Joe on Instagram and you'll see them. What is it about? I think Hungary used to be, oh, there goes my live stream. It just died. Oh, there goes my live stream's back on. It just died again. My live stream cut out. So I apologize. Sometimes the internet connection cuts out. So if I disappear, I'm not being rude. It's just the internet connection dies out. Has a sprinkling coconut. Yeah, there is coconut palms there too. My son used to live in Weslaco, Texas. He got married down there with his Texas bride. She's born and raised in Weslaco, which is just west of Brownsville, Texas. And I wonder if there are coconut palms out on that island. There's an island off of Brownsville, Texas, they used to go to vacation on. I wonder if there is. Barry's got a flip phone. That's awesome. I've never owned a cell phone in my life, actually. It's just the one at work. My ex always had one, and I've never owned a cell phone. It's just the work one. I have to have one at work. I have an iPhone, so I can do everything on that. But I've been posting Instagram pics on there of plants. Nothing to gossip about. I do actually have some photos of the Hawaiian church and graveyard on the south end on there as well. If I see something of interest, I'll put it on there, but it's mostly plants. I took some pictures of some beautiful arbutus trees today and put them on there. And a really cool roadside stand that sells all baked goods. It's really neat. The nice thing here on Salt Spring, there's lots of roadside stands, and you just leave your money and you take the goods, right? And it's pretty awesome. Uncle lived Spring, Texas for decades. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, Ryan lived down there and got married down there. And he was, like I say, down in Weslaco, Texas. Lots of palm trees in Weslaco, Texas. It's quite south by the Mexican border. That's South Padre Island. Certainly. Oh, is that the one? Is that what it's called? South Padre Island. Is that the one off of? Is that the one off of Brownsville? Then, yeah. Flamingo Motel was. Oh, it does have coconuts. Okay, cool. Because he would send pictures back, and it looked very beautiful there. No, we're not going to Maui this year. No, because of all what's going on. So this year, unfortunately, we're taking a rest from Maui, and this will be the first year that I'm not in on the Hawaiian Islands in the Central Pacific. And thank goodness the airlines has given us a till September 2022 to use our tickets. So that's our credit, kind of like, right? They're not giving us a refund, but they're giving us till September 2022 to use our tickets. That's Air Canada. Usually we fly WestJet. And the funny thing is, Wendy did not take out any cancellation insurance, but that was nice of them to give us till 2022 to use them to go back to Maui. When sable minor starts growing faster and faster, my seedlings 2 leaves this year. Oh, well, that's good. Cool. Awesome. They like the heat, Kara, Michael. They love the heat. Yeah, I wish I was on Maui, Alan. But we when we go, we leave in November. We always leave around Remembrance Day, and then we come back mid-December, something like that. But this year we're having a staycation right here on Canada's Hawaiian Island, Salt Spring Island, and I will be doing live streams from here, and maybe I will do some wintertime live streams right here. And then if we get some snow, wouldn't that be cool? I'll put the patio umbrella over me, and you can see the palm trees with snow on them if we do get snow. Sometimes we don't get snow. When we do get snow, it doesn't last very long. I've always been good to my wife. Some areas tell me you're not good enough because you're not. Oh, yeah. I think you're a good guy, and I'm sure you treat your wife perfectly. Yeah, give them heat. They grow. Yeah, they like heat. They like heat. Our sable miners are growing really well up here. Yeah. Good to see Air Canada haven't given you. No, they haven't. No, you know what? Last year we flew WestJet, but the year before we flew on a Air Canada 737 Max, brand new plane, and we were ranting or raving how great this plane was when we were flying, and then soon after there's like 2 of them that crashed, and it was like one of the nicest planes I've actually seriously flown on. It had screens on the back of the seats. Everything was complimentary, all the movies and all that stuff. And the leg room was fantastic. The seats were beautiful. It was just absolutely awesome. What's your minimum temperature in the greenhouse in winter? It doesn't go below freezing. It won't go below 0 degrees Celsius. If it gets too cold outside, I put Christmas lights on. So it's not really heated, the greenhouse, just with Christmas lights, old school Christmas lights, 25 of them on a strand, and times that by 7 watts, 25 times 7. So if it gets too cold, I turn those on, and we got dual fans going. So nothing's ever froze in our greenhouse, even in the worst winters. Personally, I agree with Amplify when words from you are all right. I agree and amplify when anyone has words from you are right. Right on. Yeah, so it never really gets that cold in our greenhouse. Not enough to freeze what we grow in there. It gets too cold for probably a really tropical plant, but for the hardy palms we grow in there, Michael, it doesn't get below freezing. And it's a nice little glass greenhouse, 8x12. It's my second one. I had one on the mainland too, but I left it for the last people that wanted it, and then they ended up taking it down, which was kind of upsetting because my aunt gave it to me, and that was more upsetting. So the people really wanted it. If it meant the sale of the house, we really want that greenhouse. And yeah, anyway, yeah, bullies are not good, Dave. They are not good at all on here or at school or anywhere else. Bullies are not good people. And if they come on here, trolls or people that keep putting silly things on here, Mac Attack will be in there with his wrench, and he will flog them on the noggin and give them the boot right off of here. He will be gone. So yeah, that's a good thing. Anyway, yeah, it feels like it is definitely getting warmer, and it's absolutely beautiful. There's not a cloud in the sky. There is a slight breeze. I can see those 100-foot eucalyptus trees blowing a little bit in the wind. Yeah, bullies take down greenhouses and plant. Yes, they do. Yes. What is the minimum temperature to keep Trachycarpus outside winter pots? Well, above freezing is better. You got to remember, plants in pots, especially palm trees, are less cold tolerant. Okay, so the top of the palms are hardy, but the roots are not hardy on a palm tree, especially if the pot freezes solid. So all of our palms stay outside, like in the nursery, but I mulch all the pots with leaves. We put mulch around them so the pots can never freeze. So even if it gets to -5 degrees Celsius outside, that does not hurt the top of the plant. So if you want to keep your palms outside, when it gets down to -3 or 4, whatever where you are, make sure to protect the pot by means of like a burlap or a blanket. Put it close to the house, mulch the pot, insulate the pot so the pot doesn't freeze, and it should be fine. But if it's a prolonged freeze and it's really, really cold, you get down to -10 or 12, you might want to bring them in if it's in a pot. I'm excited to visit Puerto Vallarta. My daughter, I'm excited to visit Puerto Vallarta in December, first time. Oh, cool. Oh, right on. That is going to be awesome. Take some pictures, take some videos. I haven't seen a bully in my high school. I haven't seen a bully people getting mad over. Yeah, yeah. There was a few bullies in our school. Fortunately, my daughters don't get bullied, nor did my wife. But really, yeah, I don't know why people. I think bullies have low self-esteem. That's what it is, or maybe they're just jealous. Yeah, I heard Port of Ireland is really great. I have friends that went there. One guy I worked with went there every year for 6 or 7 weeks. He would go to Port of Ireland and absolutely loved it. He'd stay in the Old Town district, I guess there. Yeah, take a video, take some pictures. You'll like Arda. I've never connection again. So the connection goes and then it comes back again. Let's see if it comes back again this time. Oh, connection's back again. Connection went off. Connection's back on. So anyway, yeah. So I'll be back on. Wendy and I will be back on Maui. Hopefully next year, if everything goes smooth, we'll be back there next winter, and we stay a little longer each time. Wendy Porter. Oh, you didn't like it, eh? I've been to Mexico twice. I've been down to the Baja, only to Ensenada in 1981, and then I went to Cozumel, the island of Cozumel. You got to try Maui sometime too. You'd really like Maui. Maui is really nice and pretty laid back. Dead calm here. Full sun maybe. Oh, 77. Wow. Toasty. Yeah, it's there's a slight breeze here. Slight ocean breeze. Looks like westerly winds. It definitely feels warmer. Yeah, most people I know that go to PV really have a good time. One of the guys I work with, his choice is Malaki, Mexico. He loves Malaki. And I've never been to Malaki, but a lot of Salt Spring Islers, they call it Salt Spring South because they love to go to Malaki. It's very, very cheap there. And it's not so commercialized, maybe like PV. There's probably less to do there, but a lot of Salt Springers love to go to PV or to Malaki. Yeah, and Sayulita, my youngest son went to Sayulita and stayed there for a couple of weeks. Friend of mine down the road, they have a place in Sayulita, so he went and stayed with his buddy down there for 2 weeks. And like they say, the friend of mine stays there for 6 months every year. And Sayulita, and I do have friends that stay in Malaki for 6 months as well. I have a condo in Cancun. Yeah, no, how's Cancun? I heard it's pretty nice because it's near Cozumel, and people from Cozumel, you can take a ferry over to go to the Mayan ruins, and I think it's near Cancun. Yeah, Maui is expensive, but you do get what you pay for. I'll tell you that. Maui is absolutely beautiful. It's great. Actually, I think it costs more. Airfare costs more to go to Puerto Vallarta than it does to Maui. And we shop on a budget. We're in Maui. We don't buy souvenirs or anything. We just go to Costco. We load up at Costco. We have a condo. We get in the same condo every year, and we cook all our meals. We rarely go out for dinner. Once in a while, we'll go out for a place. She likes to go to Tommy Bahamas for her birthday. That's a must. She likes the coconut prawns and some fancy smancy fufu drink. But Wendy is a Tommy Bahama nut. But we keep it on a budget when we're on Maui, and we stay for over a month. And it's actually, we even rent a beater car. It looks like a Maui. We call it a Maui Cruiser. It's a really good place. We were married there on Maui at Secret Beach near past McKenna, past Big Beach. It was really nice. What time is it in your part of the world? Right now, it is 3:56 p.m. Pacific time. We're the same time zone as California. Which month do you ship seedlings? The latest, not to forget. No, the latest month I ship seedlings would probably be maybe end of October, something like that. But the thing is, I do have some. I know you're interested in the blue sable minor. I potted up the ones that needed to be potted up, and there's still more in the baggies that have roots on them, and I'm waiting for them to sprout the tops off. What I should do is bring that baggie from the cool greenhouse because it's going to start getting cool, and bring it into the house to push them along a little, give them more heat. It just wasn't the place for me. Yeah, prefer Lytton. Lytton's a good place too. It's amazing turquoise waters. Yeah, yeah. No, the water in around Cancun and in the Caribbean is absolutely beautiful. At Cozumel, I went swimming in the waters of went in the waters off Haiti and in the Grand Cayman too. Absolutely beautiful. Toby, do you think a windless south-facing brick wall slide over him? I think it would, for sure. Absolutely. That sounds like a really good microclimate to me. And utilize your microclimates. You know what I mean? Plant your most marginal plants in your best microclimates. I'm setting up a Stevenson screen measuring price site, but I'm people's prediction south facing. I have two Stevenson screens. I have one on the south slope at the bottom of the south, well, halfway down our south slope beside the bananas, and then I have one in our upper garden. And our upper garden is probably the mildest area on all our property, and it is even milder than the bottom halfway down that south slope because, as you know, and I know, cold air is like water and it runs downhill. Okay. Cold air is like this, and it settles in the lowest areas. So that Stevenson screen on the mid-south slope does get some of the cold air drainage. So in the wintertime, it does record colder temperatures than up on top there in the upper exotic garden. Do you grow any veggies? Yes, Architect, we have a vegetable garden. Harvested lots of beets, lots of potatoes, lots of onions. I think there's leeks down there, some big cabbages down there, harvested tomatoes. Adios. Hey, have a great time. Have a great day. What's left of it. Barry, thanks for dropping in there and come in anytime. Barry's a really good guy. He lives on the Big Island and he's been a long time exotic plant grower. He's also a member of the Palm Society. I've known Barry for a long time. He actually had a nursery up there, Lake Palmas Norte, and he had an amazing exotic garden in Lantzville, which is just north of Nanaimo, a very small town. I think it might be unincorporated, I'm pretty sure, but amazing exotic garden. Now he's got an exotic garden farther up island at Comox, but still a solid Zone 8B, and there are lots of big palm trees where he lives. So see you later, Barry and Frazo. Come on in anytime. I'm setting up a 4 monitoring. Oh, cool. Cool. Awesome. That's good. You good to do that. We have sensors around our property too, so I can see the different locations, I can record different temperatures on our property. To Dan the Clutchman, I went to swimming in my condo's front yard. Oh, it's cool. Not awesome. You got to love that. They're swimming in the lakes over here too. The lake was busy yesterday when I drove by. Lots of people swimming at St. Mary Lake. And then I went by on Friday. I went down beside, they were swimming at Blackburn Lake. That's the nude lake. And then they were also swimming at Cushion Lake. There's 11 lakes here, but the lakes were, lots of people swimming in them. The ones I went by. 10 blue sable. I'll go down there and I'll go grab the bag and I'll bring them in and give them a little boost with inside warmth and then we'll get those guys growing. Yeah, see you later, Barry. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the 77 degrees. That is nice and toasty. They get the heat up there. They get the heat up there. It is definitely warmer up there in the summer than it is down here where I am, for sure. So there you go. Cheers to you. And it looks like this live stream. Oh, I'm over an hour already. 4:30. Oh, I got to get going to Hell's Saloon soon. So I got to get Wendy. I got to tell her to bring her art in. Hey, Wendy. I don't know where Wendy is. She's got her art out in the garden, and she's got to be bringing that stuff in before we go to Hell. See you, man. Down the clutch, man. Enjoy the sun before the rain. Yeah, it's coming, I think, in another week or two. End of the week. I have 2 Sable Eurasiana. Oh, yeah. I have those. Do I have no Etonii? I have Sable Etonii in pots in the greenhouse, not Eurasiana. That's a nice one too. I think it's actually quite hardy, and I love sable palms. I think they're beautiful. Yeah, they work here, but they're slow. That's the problem when you're living at this latitude. I think our climate is really good. I mean, considering we are in Canada, I love our climate here. But for the real heat lovers like sable palms, slower. Trachycarpus grow like weeds. Those things grow so fast. And look at the growth coming out of them. Look at the fan leaves on these guys. They just never stop growing. Aren't they beautiful? They're just awesome. I love the looks of Trachycarpus and even the Butia. Look at the Butia, the fronds coming out, opening up on these guys here. They're doing very, very well. Very, very well. Where did you get the Etonii? Seed. I grew them from seed. Southeastern United States. They're in pots in the greenhouse. They're little guys. And people send me seeds, like I say, from all over the place. So they came from, it might have been South Carolina, could have been Georgia, could have been Florida, because I get people all in those areas send me seed. Alabama. Yeah. Just see, enjoy. I'm just reading the comments here before I do back on out of here soon. I'm going to find Wendy because she's got to bring her art in. Hey, Wendy. She's awfully quiet. I do not hear Wendy. She's got all her art out in the garden, and all that's got to be put away into the into her art gallery. Wendy's got an art gallery, her Gallery 59. Wendy's on Instagram too. She posts a lot of pictures on Instagram, And she does have a Facebook page, Gallery 59, and Magnolia Petal, B&B. I don't hear her. She could be Virginia. Just want to hang on for a sec, guys. Hey, Wendy, where are you? Oh, okay, so go. Okay, finish those first. Okay, sorry, guys. Sorry I left the live stream. Wendy's in there watching her cinnamon buns bake in the oven. She's got to wait till the cinnamon buns are ready. You're the best palm. Oh, thanks, Michael. Thanks for saying that. And thanks for watching the live streams. And thanks for getting our palm trees. We ship a lot of palm trees to Europe. We ship a lot of palm trees to Poland. I think Michael has a lot of palm trees. I think Michael has a palm nursery in Poland. And do you remember that one time I shipped you some palm trees and it took them about 5 weeks to get there and they were still okay when you got them? Isn't that wild? 5 weeks in a package and they went to Poland, and when he opened them up, they were still fine. Sometimes the mail is really, really slow. The mail in Canada, I call it snail mail, is extremely slow. And I shipped a guy a tiki over a week ago, and I sure hope he got the tiki in Ontario. Sandor, if you're in here, pop in and let me know if you got that tiki I carved. I shipped a nice arbutus wood tiki to Ontario, and really it should only take a few days to get there. It should take no more than a week. Thank you. I'll need to make room for them. Yeah, I love all these palm nuts in here. We got palm nuts all over the place in here. Denton, Texas. Cool. And they get lots of heat in Texas too because of the lower latitude. How far is Denton from, say, Dallas? Is it pretty close to Dallas? Whole world is going snail mail. Yeah, it's slow. Everything's slower now because of what's going on. Yeah, it's slow. Everything's slower now because of what's going on. They always blame it on what's going on. I don't even like to say that word anymore. What's going on in the world? You know what's going on in the world. People are getting sick from it. You're a palm nut. I'm fully palm insane. Denton is 30 minutes north of Dallas. Okay, I've been to Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, airport, Dallas, Fort Worth airport, en route to Florida, to Miami. So I was in the airport for a while. Does the frond size depend on? I don't think so. It does depend on the petioles, though, depend on sun or shade. And if you have it in really more shade, the petioles will stretch long. I have some in shade, and the petioles are really long. If you have them in more sun, you get more compact crowns on them, that's for sure. But the poor soil can also affect the growth rate of a palm tree. It can grow a lot slower in poor soil. Have you seen the Dallas natives? Yes, I have. I have seen them. I've seen pictures of them over the years. I am in the Palm Society, right? So I think I got the Palm Journal for many, many years, and I used to be in the International Palm Society and the Southern California chapter of the International Palm Society. So I was getting journals coming in left and right, and I've been in the Palm Society since the 1980s. So yeah, I know where all the palm trees grow in the U.S. and all over the world, and I've seen those ones in Dallas many times. Even people posting pictures of them on the Hardy Palm and Subtropical Forum before Facebook was around, and they are beautiful. They are beautiful and really nice. It's funny, I've shipped Sable Minor to Texas, believe it or not. That'd be a nice one. Trithrinax would be a good one to have. That's one palm I don't have, but my friend has a big one in his garden in Victoria. Ooh, that sun is bright. Hang on, get this umbrella over here. Hopefully I can block out that sun. I don't like to block the sun out at this time of the year because it's so beautiful. Tetrapanax, moist soil. Tetrapanax usually likes more moist soil, but I think drainage. That's Tetrapanax. I tried one, a little one. Somebody gave me, and it petered out. So either a rabbit ate it or it's just too dry where it was. Steroidal giant. That's the one I had. Yeah. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. It is 4:07 p.m. here. You might be able to find it, Michael, on you know what? On my Facebook palm group, people who love palm trees, you could put a little shout out there and ask anybody out there if they have seeds for it. Only in Argentina. Interesting. Cool. We grow some plants from Argentina. We have pampas grass in our garden. There's lots of pampas grass blooming on our island right now. It's a very common plant. Overused, but it's still nice. I love seeing the saw palmetto under the pines. Oh, I love saw palmettos. That's one I want to try here. My friend Austin in Arkansas has a nice saw palmetto, Sereno repens in his garden. Arkansas doing really well. They love the heat and they're very hardy, but going to be hardier in the deep south because they get that heat to build up the sugars in the palm. I'll send you some silver. Oh yeah, saw palmetto's awesome. I'd like to try that in the garden here. I think it would do well here on Salt Spring Island. Camarop's fully hardy. Let's just see. Toby, Josh, they seem to do many soil. They seem to thrive on mediocre drainage, hyper. Cool, interesting. See, good bit of information there. I would love to try a Tetrapanax here again and put it in a better spot. It's such a nice plant because it's got such big leaves on it. It looks very tropical. Growing near the beach. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's Sereno repens. Yeah, they grow like weeds in some places, like Florida, Alabama. I would bet southern Mississippi. I wonder even if Louisiana they grow. I'd be happy to trade something for saw palmetto. Cool. Silver saw palmettos are pretty cool. Same with Nanoroptera ricciana too. Yes, I've tried one. I had a 2-gallon size one back in the late 1980s, imported from California, and it froze in the wintertime when I lived in Zone 8A, Zone 8/8B, south of Vancouver. It was much colder there in the wintertime, and it did not like the winter. I wish I would have never planted it in my garden. I wish I would have protected it. I never protected it, and my Sereno repens died out there too. My Facebook name is Carol Lemons. Oh, okay, I remember. Yeah, for sure. I know who you are. Right on. Awesome. That's cool. Another palm nut. You gotta like palm nuts. Instagram. Somebody else likes one of my pictures. My Instagram things pop up across the screen here. Somebody's checking out my Instagram pictures. So my Facebook name is Carol. I know. No, that's cool. I've been on Facebook since 2007, so 13 years. Before that, it was MySpace. So I used to put a lot of pictures of on MySpace. I like to post things that nobody can gossip about, right? It's mostly palm trees and exotic plants and a few random things here and there. And it's, like I say, mostly gardening and exotic plants. Palm trees is what my page pertains to, my Facebook page, and same with my YouTube, and same with my Twitter, and same with my Instagram. It's all to do with plants, exotic plants, because we love exotic plants, and I know you're all exotic plant nuts in there too. Yeah, but the people that ran over our exotic garden today with their truck or last night were not exotic plant nuts because they trashed a lot of. Watch the video I uploaded before I did this live stream. I was pretty upset. I can't seem to find your Insta. Banana Joe. A Banana Joe on Instagram. I should be on there. Or Banana Joe with my last name. But Banana Joe should be on there on Instagram. I got lots of pictures. I just posted a bunch of pictures today. And you'll see me on there. I made an account in 2013 for video game. I was 12, something like that. I made this one for. Oh, cool. We're waiting for Banana Joe t-shirts. Banana Joe t-shirts. There are actually Banana Joe t-shirts from the Banana Joe fruit stand in Kauai. There's actually a Banana Joe fruit stand, smoothie stand in Kauai, and I have 2 of his Banana Joe shirts. You should put your Instagram page link description on video. So yeah, I could do that. Or Wendy could even do it too. She's good at doing that stuff. Oh, you type my last name. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so I'm on Instagram. So you can follow me on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter as well, and I post pictures on there as well. And palm trees. I put an antique cast iron sink. Oh, cool. I like those antique sinks. They're awesome. Did I follow you? Okay, I followed you. There you go. I forget who I'm following on there. And Twitter as well. And but Instagram is kind of fun. And like I say, I don't own a cell phone, but I do have the one from work. So when I'm plants and putting them on there, I think I put some eucalyptus on there yesterday. Some nice trees, some big ones growing down mid-island. My Instagram is Palm Tree Dude 1. Yeah, so I followed you on Instagram. Good. That is. Yeah, I lose track of who's on there, and I lose track of who's on Facebook as well. Most of the time, I'm posting pictures on people who love palm trees and exotic plants, and then I share them to other groups around too, gardening plants. Smartphone. Yeah, I have an iPhone. Cell phone. iPhone. Okay, cool. Thanks, Toby, the palm tree dude. Whether Wendy makes bracelets for men on the arm. Wendy does tattoos. She hasn't done them for a while though. She's too busy doing other things. She's really busy with her art and stuff like that. But Wendy is also a tattoo artist. So I got a lot of my tattoos from her. Oh, cool. Thanks, Palm Tree Dude. So you can see the latest pictures I put on there. I've only been posting pictures on there for a short time. So you can see I've kind of bombarded it. Wendy's also on Instagram too, Wendy Taylor. I think it's Wendy Taylor or Magnolia Petal. It might be called, her Instagram might be Magnolia Petal. I think that's what it is because that's the name of her B&B, Magnolia Petal, and Arbutus Blossom. So if you go to Magnolia Petal on Instagram, you will see Wendy's page, and she posts a lot of stuff on there too as well. So mostly plant stuff and artsy things. Today she was taking pictures of spider webs out on Fernwood Dock. It was quite foggy out there, and they had dew on them, which is kind of cool. Did you see my truckie? That's one down in the street for me. It's cool. Yeah, I probably did. That's awesome. Well, it's good that you're posting pictures of plants on there because those are that's the thing. That's why I follow people. Most people that follow plants on there, and then there's a few other people around the world that I follow that are friends of mine as well. But they're not necessarily posting pictures of plants. But sometimes they're getting a picture taken of themselves, and there's a plant in the background, so I'll comment on it. Yeah, that's cool. Gotta love gardens and plants. Hey, those cinnamon buns smell good. Wendy's making some nice cinnamon buns. Are they ready? They're not ready. How long? How long? Another 10 minutes. Are you gonna bring in the? Are you gonna bring in the art?
Art? What kind of art?
Oh, your art's out in the garden. Oh, you put it away. Oh, she did put her art away. I thought her art was still. What are you eating there? Hello.
Well, I was testing one.
Wendy is testing something here.
They're really thick though, so they're taking longer to cook.
Okay, so they're not ready, but
It's a baking powder biscuit.
I'm gonna. Oh, I thought it was a cinnamon bun.
It's really hot. It is a cinnamon bun, but it's a baking powder biscuit.
Oh man.
You have to tilt it so you can see it.
See that, folks? That, my friends, is a cinnamon bun / baking powder biscuit. That's good.
Good.
Mm. Oh my God, it's so good. It's got raisins in it and cinnamon and some sort of sweet stuff. I don't know what it is, but Okay, see you later, Michael. 1:15 a.m. in Poland. See you, Michael. See you next time. Thanks for joining in here. Have a good sleep and dream about palm trees. I put peat moss with regular Mexican fan palms. Yeah, you can do that. Banana cream pie. No, she hasn't made me a banana cream pie in a while.
I do at least 2 a year.
She does. She says she does 2 a year for me, but my memory is failing. Yeah. No, I won't forget the seedlings. Don't worry, Michael. I got a pretty good memory, especially when it comes to palm trees. So I'm gonna have to bring those in tomorrow and grow them on a little bit and get them boosted. I'll have to shoot a video of them to show you what they're like. So let me have another piece of this yummy. Oh man, I wish you were here. I'd share that with you. That was good. With everybody in there. That's a really good cinnamon bun. Better than a regular cinnamon bun.
Well, yes, it's a baking powder biscuit.
Dave's in a good mood because he's had 2 Caribou beer.
What?
Dave's in a good mood.
Oh, he's in a good mood.
White with dreamy eyes. He's in a good mood because he's drinking 2 Caribou beer. I got 2 6-packs of Caribou beer, and I did have one last night. But Wendy's going to drink her white wine when we go to the saloon. So there. I like reading the comments in here. It's funny. Oh, this is so good. This is going to ruin my dinner. Wendy is going to ruin my dinner. Hear the frogs in there? That's hot. It's hot right out of the oven. Love you. You guys are awesome. I think all you guys are great. Do you ever have fresh baked bread right out of the oven? And then all of it's so good. And then you put some butter on it. Oh my God, it's great. So we got a few people still in there. Michael is going to bed. We got Dave in there, white with dreamy eyes. We have Toby Josh, and we have the palm tree dude. So there's not a lot of people in here, but there's a few people in here. And that's good. And I appreciate you guys joining in my live stream. I am going to back out of here soon, just because we are going to the Banana Saloon. That rhymes. soon with Saloon. How many of you guys saw the video I shared when the urban gardener was in our garden? She actually shot a video. The urban botanist Emma, and she posted on her YouTube channel. It's called The Urban Botanist. She shot a very lengthy video and edited it down to about 17 and a half minutes of me touring her through our garden here. So check it out. Go to The Urban Botanist. I'm going to give Emma a plug right here. She does indoor tropical plants in Ottawa, and she came out to our garden and she toured our garden, and she shot a really cool video of our garden. So go to The Urban Botanist, and you can see her videos, but you can have a full virtual tour, garden tour of our garden here. But I didn't even finish showing her the rest of the garden, and we spent well over an hour just looking around what she did see. Yeah, that's her video. I saw her. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Okay, Mac Attack. Thanks. See, Mac Attack put a link to it. Thanks, Mac Attack. That's awesome. And Dave Star too. She's really nice gal, and she's going to be coming out here again soon. I think in October sometime. So I'll take her to some other places and show her some other gardens. Yeah, really nice gal. And her thing is exotic plants to spruce up office buildings and people's houses back in Ottawa. She likes to bring the outdoors in, but with a tropical twist, right? So she's got some interesting videos. And I think her subscribers are going up, which is nice for her. I think she's pretty new to it, to the YouTube thing, but she's really good at editing and a very good speaker and very professional at what she does, unlike me with my unedited random videos and bloopers that are just put right into the video because I don't edit anything. So if I say something when I'm shooting a video and I screw up, it's in the video and you will see it, okay? I don't edit it out. It must be, she is I believe, a airline flight attendant. She's a flight attendant, but because of what's going on, a lot of flight attendants aren't flight attendants anymore, so they have to do other things for means of greenbacks. And I think her knack is doing exotic plants, which is really cool. So it was kind of strange that I bumped into her that one day in the market. Yeah. So she can travel all over the place because she probably gets, when you work for the airlines, I don't think you pay much for to travel, or maybe next to nothing. If you're a pilot or you're a flight attendant, I think it's pretty much free, isn't it? So you want to go to Hawaii, or maybe you just got to pay the taxes. I don't know how that works, but I don't think you pay much. Hear the frog there? We've got a frog on the live stream. We have a live stream frog. Hear that guy? Behind me. And now that I mentioned him, he stopped. Yeah. Yeah, flight attendants have it. Yeah, they can travel anywhere they want. Although at this time on our planet, I mean, there's not really, I used to see jets going by a lot here. I don't see them going by anymore. It's just like maybe they've come to a halt. There's not a lot of people flying anymore. I feel like flying so much would, I don't know, flying too much, I mean, you might even get sick of it. Dave, here's the frog. Oh, there it goes. Stopped. Isn't that funny, eh? The minute I mention frog, it stops. Yeah, she's, I think flight attendants probably make pretty good dough. Pilots make big money, but I don't know. I think it'd be a pretty stressful job to be a pilot. Don't you think so? Like, man, or like a bus driver or something like that. You're in care for all these people and your responsibility. One thing goes wrong, there's a lot of people you're responsible for there. So fly good. Don't crash that plane. Yeah, exactly. It'd be no different. I used to drive a forklift at my last job in the warehouse when I worked at the nursery and in the feed store. I would drive the forklift as well. And it does. You drive a forklift, especially if you drive it all day. I didn't drive it all day. I just drove it here and there to move feed around and stuff like that and unload the truck. I'd bring the freight liner and I drove and I'd have to unload that every week. So, yeah. Not a big fan of fly arriving indifferent. Yeah, I don't really like flying. Yeah, there is probably a lot of cranky people in the airport, Dave. I'd rather be a pilot than, yeah, I think so too. I'm with you, Toby Josh. Yeah. A lot of National Guard helicopters fly over my house for some reason. Isn't that interesting? You see helicopters fly over here, but you don't, it's rare to ever see a military plane fly over here. Really, really rare. That's true. They don't. They can just shut their little door, Dave, to the cockpit and don't have to deal with anybody. It'd be less stress being a tree frog, though. wouldn't it? Listen to that little tree frog. He's so happy sitting in those palm trees out there croaking away. Tiny little tree frog. Lots of them around at this time of the year. They go right through the winter time here, which is nice. On winter day, you will hear tree frogs croaking away. Yeah. Well, look at this. We're an hour, 24 minutes and 50. I'll go to 1 hour and 30 minutes, and then I will call her quits because I'm going to have to put this away. And then we're going to head over to the saloon and bring some of these. Wendy's going to bring some of these cinnamon biscuits, cinnamon buns. Oh, they're so good. And I'm going to bring a beer. So I may have a caribou beer today. Pilots do. You're right, Dave. You're right. Yeah, Hal's an awesome guy. So is Michelle. And you probably saw the wedding of theirs about a month ago. And I put it on here. Awesome redneck wedding. It was great. The food was amazing. That roast pig was to die for. Any of you guys like roast pig on the spit? Going around all day on that spit was very, very. I've started bringing Gaillardia chocolate snow service. Cool, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. You were smart, Toby Josh. Enjoy the caribou. Yes, we do have 2 6-packs and 1 missing, but there will be maybe 1 or 2 missing tonight, Dave. And because you're drinking caribou, I need to drink a caribou. Isn't that funny? I didn't get the Bowen Island because it was more money when I went in there, and I was like, okay, $7.39 a 6-pack isn't bad. I was going to get some Sneaky Weasel. I usually get Sneaky Weasel too, but the caribou in the green can was actually cheaper than the Sneaky Weasel. So caribou is the beer choice for today. See you in Lytton someday. Yeah, it'd be cool to go to Lytton. And boy, I would fry to death in the summertime there, though, man. It is so stinking hot. I don't do well in really, really extreme heat. But the nice thing about Lytton, the humidity is really low. So low humidity, but high heat is like a desert region. And I just remember that when I was a kid. That I can totally remember. Yeah, did you see that? Yeah, that drives me. It looked way worse before we fixed it up. I can't believe they're staying at the B&B up there, and they ran over it with their truck. They snapped the cordy lines, broke the yuccas off. I'm just so upset. I don't even I can't see those people because if I yell at them or get mad at them, then they're going to give Wendy a bad rating at her B&B. She's got 2 B&Bs here, so I had to fix up the garden with her. I replanted the yuccas, but it was just terrible what they did. Just really upsetting. And during that garden last night, it's like, God, this garden's filled out so nicely and looking so good. And they ran over the whole thing with their truck. It's like, are you kidding me? So we put 3 cones there, and then I put 2 steel bars with flagging tape across it. So I wonder if they were even going to tell us that they ran over the garden. You know, if I did that, I would be telling the people that own the B&B, hey, I'm sorry, I ran over your garden. I ran over some of your plants. No, it's terrible. Really, really terrible. Yeah, I wonder if they're even going to say anything. Yeah, I can't say anything. It's not worth it to me. So I planted it. I fixed it up. I think it looks good. The yuccas are going to have to reroot in. And I hope the cordy lines don't die. They broke off. They partially broke 2 of them. It's just unbelievable that they would not. They knew that they ran over it because there's rocks on the edge of the garden, right? So, and then last year somebody smashed into my gate going down to the nursery. They ran into the gate at least 3 times. And because Wendy heard this crash every time when she went out there, they're already gone. They didn't say anything. They broke the post to the gate. So I had to fix that. But it's a drag when people stay at your place and damage things. You know, that really bothers me. I don't care if people staying here, but when they damage things and they don't tell you, that's the worst part. If I was to smash something by accident or run into something, I'm going to tell the owners. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if they actually even mention that to us, because now when they come back, they're going to see 3 cones there, 3 orange cones, and they're going to see flagging tape. So they're going to know that we know. You know what I mean? I've had some dum-dums cut down exotics before. Oh, no way. Are you kidding me? I would be very, very upset if somebody did that to my exotics. I would not be happy. Well, I wasn't happy with this. Like, I would be less mad if they ran into a fence or something, okay? But plants take so long to grow, and that's a very poor, dry, rocky area of the garden. Those cordy lines have been there for 20 years, and they're almost bonsai'd, and they ran over them. And like I say, they cracked 2 of them off. So I don't know, and I tied them together. I hope they mend. It's really upsetting. Really, really upsetting. Bad stuff like that, right? Yeah, no, here you can't, unfortunately. Not a lot of people up here. Well, people do have firearms up here, but not like the States. Yeah, you got to check out Dave's videos. Definitely. Dave's videos are pretty good up there. And you got to check out his Lytton video. Okay, looks like we're closing in on 1 hour and 30 minutes. And you know what that means for me? That means time for me to pack this in. So when we hit 1 hour and 30 minutes, I'm going to pack this in. It's been a good live stream. I'm actually quite happy that it went this long. It cut out a couple of times, but on the most part, it went pretty good. And it's nice to see all you guys in there. So, and I mean, I'm on holidays now, so I'm going to be doing more live streams. So check out some live streams coming from the Pacific Coast, the far Pacific Coast. I live on the Pacific Coast, but the far west coast of the and you're going to see some beauty because you'll check out some cool videos I'm going to shoot over there, some big cordylines. All right, and some big palms over there too. There's one palm over there was planted in 1948. It's got over 30 feet of trunk on it. It's a beauty. All right, so take care, you guys, and aloha and cheers. Stay safe out there, and thanks for joining into this live stream. Check out Dave's videos. White with Dreamy Eyes has some cool videos, and check them out. Okay, Wendy's ready. I'm going to close this up, and then I'm going to say aloha to all of you and hang loose. See you later, alligators. Thanks for joining the live stream. You guys are awesome. Cheers.